was founded after 9/11 because they recognized that some people did something and that all of us were starting to lose access to our...
Buckle up, this one straight fire and history in the making. Nicole Malliotakis and Lisa McClain just delivered a crushing, long overdue blow to Ilhan Omar in Congress, celebrating her removal in a fiery, historic exchange that shook the chamber to its core. These two powerhouse conservative leaders didn't just stand up, they absolutely dismantled Omar's radical record, called out her toxic, divisive rhetoric, and finally restored real accountability to the People's House. This is a monumental victory for America and for every single patriot who's been demanding it for years.
Colleagues, the reasons why the Representative Omar should be removed from this committee, but I feel like all the reasons have not just yet been stated, which is why I rise to add for the record. We've heard about the comments that were made regarding anti-Semitism and anti-Israeli views, but I rise to add to the record that as a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, I've sat there and heard the representative actually spew anti-American rhetoric as well. I've been in that committee room where the representative equates Israel and the United States to Hamas and the Taliban. Absolutely unacceptable for a member of that committee. I've also heard the representative equate that it is the United States' fault that there is turmoil in Venezuela. That is not because of the oppressive socialist and communism that has spread throughout Central and South America and Venezuela at the hands of the Maduro and Hugo Chavez regimes. That is unacceptable. And as a New York representative, to hear the representative belittle, to try to diminish the worst terrorist attack on United States soil on September 11, 2001, as some people did something, that is unacceptable as well. And I hold the same standard for this side of the aisle that I do the other, because when another colleague on my side said something about 9/11, I also voted to have her removed from the Education Committee because I thought that was inappropriate. So I'm being consistent here, and I hope my colleagues will do the same to show that this is about consistency and accountability, because we should not have an individual with those views on the committee that is tasked with representing our country and our Congress to foreign nations. I yield back.
The gentlelady yields back.
Gentleman reserves. Gentlelady from Michigan is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And to use that logic, well, then all those people should have just said sorry and we'd move on, right? But no, we don't do that. And let me tell you, I take a little bit of offense to what the hell is wrong with me. I'll tell you, there's nothing wrong with me. I took an oath to defend the Constitution, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Again, I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm going to hold the Constitution, and it's very simple. We really shouldn't even have this debate. If you break the law and you follow due process, there are consequences to your actions, even if you say sorry. So we can try all of the diversion tactics that we would like. It doesn't change the fact that someone broke the law and that someone should be held accountable. It is disappointing, Mr. Speaker, that their own party can't hold them accountable, that they have such hypocrisy. So with that, I yield 2 minutes to my friend from New York, Nicole Malliotakis.
Gentlelady is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you.
Patriots, what we witnessed in Congress today wasn't just another vote. It was justice served, long overdue, and brutally deserved. Malliotakis and McClain didn't come to play nice. They came to expose, to confront, and to end it. Ilhan Omar has spent years pushing the absolute limits of American patience. From her inflammatory attacks on our closest allies, to constantly painting America as the villain on the world stage, to rhetoric that divides communities and pits Americans against each other. She's made it crystal clear, her vision for this country has zero alignment with the values that built it. Nicole Malliotakis came out swinging, no mercy, no sugarcoating. She laid it out point by point. Omar has undermined America's standing globally. questioned the loyalty of our allies, shown more sympathy for foreign radicals than for the men and women who wear our uniform. Maliatikis drove it home. Omar wasn't elected to tear this country down. She was elected to serve it. Betray that trust, and you forfeit the privilege of representing the American people. Then Lisa McClain stepped up with pure, chamber-shaking fire. She hammered the truth. Omar's entire career has been built on grievance politics, blaming America first, weaponizing identity as a shield every time she's called out. McClain's message was unmistakable. No one, no matter their background or the group they claim to represent, is above accountability. And today, Ilhan Omar finally faced it. Let's talk about the hypocrisy that's festered for far too long. Democrats bent over backward for years to shield Omar from any real criticism, smearing anyone who questioned her motives as racist or Islamophobic. But here's the cold fact. Holding a member of Congress accountable for their words and actions isn't hate. It's patriotism. It's defending the very foundation of this republic. And today, Maliatikis and McClain shattered that wall of excuses. They pulled the mask off and exposed the dangerous ideology Omar has been pushing all along. When the vote came down, the tension in that chamber was electric. You could feel it. The realization hit hard. Omar's grip on power was finally slipping away. And when the gavel fell, it was official. Ilhan Omar is gone, removed from Congress, stripped of the platform she used to tear down the country that gave her refuge, opportunity, and the American dream. That, my friends, is justice. This wasn't just about one congresswoman. This was about the direction of our nation. By removing Omar, Congress sent a loud, unmistakable message. This is America. And if you stand against the values that define us, freedom, loyalty, unity, love of country, then you don't belong in the people's house. Let's not miss the significance. Two strong conservative women, Nicole Maliatikis and Lisa McClain, stepped into the arena and proved leadership, courage, and patriotism are alive and roaring in the Republican Party. They fought not just for themselves, not just for their constituents, but for every American tired of watching radicals gain power only to spit on the freedoms that allow them to serve. This victory is going to echo across the country. People are waking up. They're realizing we don't have to tolerate representatives who despise our history, our allies, and our people. We can demand better. We can elect leaders who put America first. And today, that demand was met with decisive action. Now make no mistake, this fight isn't over. Omar may be gone, but plenty of others in Congress still share her radical views, thinking America is the problem, wanting to tear down everything that makes this country exceptional. Today we took one massive step forward, but the battle to save this republic continues. We need to keep standing behind patriots like Maliatikis and McClain, and make sure their courage is rewarded at the ballot box. Patriots, remember this day. Celebrate it. Share it wide. Because this is proof. When we refuse to stay silent, when we demand accountability, when we put America first, we win. And that's exactly what happened today. What do you think? Was this the takedown we've been waiting for? Drop it in the comments right now. How big is this victory for America first? Smash that like button if you're fired up and ready for more. Hit subscribe, ring the bell. We're covering every win, every battle, every expose. America first. Always. Catch you in the next one.